Hello, beautiful seekers. This is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I am here with another pick a card reading, and this time I was called to take 5 piles. So it's going to be a short reading because there are many piles, and so I've pre-shuffled the tarot as well as the oracle cards. Now, what is it about? Well, this is about general clarity and guidance in whichever area it is in your life. So what we're going to look at, we're going to pull out cards which will tell you as to what is it that is happening in your life at this time. How can you, best deal with it? What lessons can you learn from it? And then we look at what is leaving your life at this time, and finally what is coming in. All right, so and then I've got oracle cards, so we'll get some insights from there as well. It's pretty simple reading. It's a quick reading, but it's sometimes it can be, if this reading is meant for you, and chances are if you have stumbled upon it, there is a message in it for you. So when I actually show you the piles and I ask you to choose from it, and I tell you to go through the motions of closing your eyes and taking a deep breath, follow through with me and use your intuition to choose the pile. So then you know that there will be a message in it for you. Either ways, even after you choose, if you feel that something does not resonate with you, let it go. There's a message in it for someone else, may not be for you. You can choose more than one pile. You can choose all the piles, and you may not resonate with any. You may resonate with all. So it's all up to you. However, this basic reading can sometimes throw light about something which you always had a hunch about, and it can actually help you, because this reading has helped me a lot in the past, and I do this very often for myself, and I feel some heavy energies, and it's not something which is going to take a lot of time, but it's something that can help you move forward. If that message is actually meant for you, it can really give you that boost. And I hope, and it's with that intention that I have meditated on the cards. So I just hope that you do find the clarity and the guidance that you need. All right, so now without any more delay, let me introduce you to the piles. Pile number 1 is this adorable little baby monk here. Pile number 2 is the clear quartz point. Pile number 3 is the Jade broken angel. Pile number 4 is this rock. Pile number 5 is the speak no evil owl. All right. So close your eyes, dear seekers, and take in a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. Open your eyes, and whichever pile you're drawn to, that is your pile. All right. So without further delay, let's make space for you. I just hope I remember the order. Okay, we'll keep that there. All right, pile number 1. Here is your reading for those of you who have chosen this beautiful, adorable monk here. We'll keep him right here. All right, let's lay down your cards and then we'll dive in. We begin with the 6 of Pentacles. Oh, and you've got 2 oracle cards with it. You get Azure with protect yourself, and Auburn with ground yourself. Oh wow. So you have the earth and the skies with you on this one. The beautiful 2 of Cups and Judgment, Strength with Amaryllis, which says determination and creative achievement. You get the 10 of Pentacles with the 6th house of sustainability And then last but not the least, you get the Page of Water, which is the Page of Cups, and Malachite, which says it's time to transform. All right, pile number 1. What is happening at this time? In your life, and for each of you, the situation may be different, but the basic theme is that there is some sort of need for balance in your life. So either you are not being treated fairly, or you are in a relationship where you are not doing your bit, and the other person in your relationship is not being treated fairly. Now, this relationship can be any dynamic, can be parent to child, can be between two partners, between lovers, between people at work, and it could be with your subordinate, it could be with your equal, it could be with your senior, or it could be in a friendship, or it could be with your someone, your domestic help. It could be any dynamic, but there needs to be equality. There needs to be a sense of balance wherein there is mutual respect for one another and both are putting in equal work. So if there is someone you have employed, that person puts in enough work, the work that you want the person to put, and you pay that person handsomely, not more, not less. So that way both of you benefit from it. So whatever be the relationship, this is lacking in your life and you're trying to get things into balance. All right. If you are in a relationship wherein you are being treated unfairly, and it's just, and this I'm talking about, it usually happens in a family dynamic, mostly in a romantic partnership, wherein one person ends up doing everything for the other person, and the other person gets so used to it, they start taking the other person for granted and puts in less and less effort. If you're in this dynamic, it's time to voice your opinion, and it's time to set your boundaries and not take anything less than you deserve. All right. So how can you do that? And you get these two beautiful cards, one which says protect yourself and the other one which says ground yourself. And both these are wonderful, wonderful energies to keep you in balance. Your needs are as important as the next person. So your boundaries have to be in place. If people don't like it, you can walk away from them, or you can just let them go. All right? Because if someone doesn't respect you, if you're giving respect and the other person doesn't respect you, then there's no point in having that dynamic anymore. All right? It's time for you and you don't need to have hard feelings. You just say, I let this person go. I forgive them and I forgive myself, and whatever we've benefited so far from each other, the good times, I cherish it. I'm grateful for it, but this is it. I need to protect my energies. All right? It's not easy. When I say it, it's smooth. When it actually happens, it's not going to be smooth. But if you just wait for everything to be smooth and everything to be right, you will be stuck in an unhealthy dynamic. All right. And if you find that there is someone whom you have employed, and if they trigger you, they, maybe they don't do their work well, or they, are a little careless about something, and maybe you are forever losing your temper, or, there is some dynamic in their environment at home which they take out at work, and it really bugs you, and maybe you've said something harsh and then you feel terrible about it. Or if you feel that you're giving too much because they're coming and sobbing to you too much and you're forever giving them, but they're not really putting in work, it's time for you to check that out. So if during this entire scenario, whichever your scenario is, either one or two or all, it is time for you to also ground yourself, which means you are either too much in your head, or you are getting so caught in the nitty-gritty that you're not able to look at the larger picture. So you're asked to zoom out and look at the thing, from a perspective which is can see the whole picture, the entire picture in its totality, so that you can take better decisions and you can center yourself better. Another way to ground yourself is to go out in nature. Take some time where there is no one around you and you can just be silent. If you find that you are not able to go out, at least either sit with your pet or water the plants, or just sit out in your balcony and just, the best for me, the best time to do that, I mean, if you can do it in early mornings, great, but for me the best times are in the afternoon, because these days in the afternoon you usually don't hear any noise, because and no one wants to be out because the sun is out. Of course it's winters, but here it's pretty warm where I'm filming it. All right, so, and whether it's winters or it's summers, I love the afternoons. I like to go out because there's one eerie kind of silence. Unless, of course, there's some construction going on, which I just realized there is in our background. I hope the camera is not picking it up. And if it is, I'm sorry, there's nothing much I can do about it though. But the thing is that take 10 to 15 minutes, I think that's less, at least half an hour to an hour for yourself, where you can just be quiet. You don't have to do any, follow any particular type of meditation, formal meditation. Just sitting quiet with yourself, no phone, no book, no nothing, just you and nature. Soak in the sounds that come in. Allow everything to come. Don't get triggered. Like, for example, when I sit down to meditate, the first thing that I was taught is accept sounds. Just close your eyes and accept all the sounds. When, whether someone's drilling something, or someone's screaming on top of their voice, someone's, banging nails on a wall, if you just close your eyes and accept all of that, it won't actually affect you. And that is the first thing about meditation, that you accept. When you accept, it's easy. So basically, ground yourself and get into balance. And this is exactly what you're being told here. What's happening is that there is imbalance in your life in some form or the other. And what you need to do is to come into balance. Balance your yin and yang energies. Center yourself. All right. And to do that, with this judgment card here, which says, I understand that everyone has their unique path and challenges. This is so beautiful. If it is someone wherein you feel you're being unfair to, or if whichever way it is, whether you're on the giving end or the receiving end, the fact is that everyone has their own journey. It is not for you to be able to understand or rectify or improve their lives. Neither is it for them to do it to you. There's this word called sonder, if you'd like to check it out. SONDER. It's a beautiful word. It just says that when we come across people and we spend some time with them, they are living in a completely different world, and you are just a portion of it. And how much input you have for each person will vary. But we all have our own stories going on, which is so complex and which have so many dimensions. It's not possible for one person to understand the other person and what all is happening in their life. So the least you can do is and if you can't take time to sit and understand that, knowing that just like you have challenges, they do too, and just respect the other person for that. All right. If you find that someone's not working despite you telling them once or twice, consider letting them go. But do not go out of balance to try and rectify it. Do not get either be on the type where you are, being nasty or judgmental. And if you are in a situation where someone is doing that to you, you don't have to put up with it. All right. Mutual respect and a sense of empathy is what is required for you to balance yourself. Again, protect your energies as well as ground yourself. And what lessons are you learning this time? Whatever it is, pile number one, that is going on right now, maybe on the surface of it, if you tell a friend, they might say, oh, what's that now? What are you cribbing about? This is normal. It happens in every household. But maybe you've been taking it on for a very long time, and maybe you're sick and tired of it by now. And somehow when we need a kind word and we approach somebody, they don't actually tell us what we are waiting to hear. We just want to basically have someone whom we can speak out to without them judging us. That's all what every human being wants. I feel 90% of the suicides can be avoided if the person in question could actually find somebody to hear them out without offering advice. Just hear them out with an empathetic ear. So at this time, if you don't find that you're being asked to ground yourself, be your biggest cheerleader. And for that, the lesson that you're going to get is strength. You are going to have so much of strength because you would have come into balance. So this is a very important time for you because strength is a major arcana. So whatever these little things are happening, these two cards are a minor arcana. These are things in your hand which you can change. So if your things are not in balance, you can change it. You can come into balance. And this is going to bring you so much of strength. So these things were meant to happen now so that you become a very strong person. And any journey to reach here to this kind of level of, having inner strength, it can't be easy. When life is good and it's going great, you really don't get stronger. Character building happens when you go through ups and downs, mostly downs. All right. The ups are the time wherein after you've gone through a bad patch, then the good patch comes just so that you can get comfortable, lick your wounds, come back, give yourself a pat on the back before the next cycle begins, wherein there will be a low for you to learn the next lesson. All right. So just take it as a way of life. But right now, learn to come into balance. And you can get this strength with your determination and creative achievement. So what this says is that the thing is, thank heavens I have my glasses here. I'd forgotten to wear them. All right. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have, by Maya Angelou. So what this says is that when you're going through a bad time, invest your energies. If you feel that there are negative energies that are coming up, after you give yourself time to ground yourself, take out some time to pursue something creative, anything. So it would be very beneficial if you could actually take up things which you were interested in as a child. Could be dancing, could be play acting, could be writing, could be painting, could be anything that made you happy as a child. If it was reading comics, then comics, let it be comics. Anything you like to do as a child, do that again and allow your creative juices to flow. All right, maybe you used to love reading comics and you might just instead of reading it, decide you want to create a small comic strip. How do you think comic strips come about? Because someone decides to create them. All right, so whatever your negative energies are, channel them in such a way that you can move it towards your creativity. And with determination and with coming into balance, you'll find that you actually tide past these energies, and sometime later, maybe a few weeks later or a few months later, you will actually look back on this time and you will say that, wow, if this didn't happen, I wouldn't be here. When you're sitting at the pinnacle of success, or maybe you found out something, or and it doesn't have to be a big thing, but it is big for you. And that is an achievement in itself. All right. So at this time, your main thing is to come into balance. All right. What is leaving you at this time? You get the 10 of Pentacles and sustainability. So I have a feeling for a lot of you here, I won't say all, but for a lot of you here, this 6 of Pentacles that is happening is in a family dynamic. Maybe you are in a marriage or in a relationship, or even with your familial, with your parents, wherein you have been putting in all the effort, all the work, and you have not been given your due. Maybe over the years you've learned this dynamic that, and all this happens in childhood, that if you just quiet and you do what they want, there's peace in the house. Maybe it's been happening for a long time and now you're done with it. All right. And now you've decided you want equality. You want to be seen, you want to be heard, and you're done with being a doormat. All right. You want to say that I am here too, and I want my rights, and I'm treating you with respect, and I deserve that respect, and I will take nothing less. You're doing this because you've come into balance, and it may not go down well with the people around you whom you've been giving your everything to. If they take time and they come around, good. If they don't, it may be time for you to walk away from them. Maybe you've been staying there for security, because they pay the bills. But know your worth. You can make it on your own. Something or the other will come out. And with this creative talent here, I think maybe you're even suppressing your creativity and your the amount of things that you can do because you've been serving your family. And now when you say that no, you want to do your own thing, maybe they don't like it, and they don't support you. This is for a very few people. I don't feel this is for everybody. It could be it could be the truth for everybody, but in different degrees. And for some of you, you may actually have to walk away from home. Maybe, if you're staying with your parents, you'll find another place and say, no, I'm living independently. And maybe your parents have a huge home, and you when you walk out from there, you may just have to live in a studio apartment, but you have your freedom. You have the freedom to be you. You have freedom to live the life that you want. And maybe you feel right now when you leave home, you may even feel like the Five of Pentacles, because in the Six of Pentacles, you've been looking for equality. Maybe despite the fact that you've had all the luxury, emotionally you're not satisfied. You don't see that equality. And when you leave, you just might feel, oh my Lord, I've left all the luxury. Can I sustain myself? But you can, pile number one. You can. You may start small, but you're going to work. You will have the freedom to sit and work. Like the Eight of Pentacles, do something that you really love. Come into the Nine of Pentacles, which is halfway to Empress energy. And we're not talking gender here. Nine of Pentacles is someone who is independent, who's got enough wealth, which has, they have created on their own. And this wealth is going nowhere because they've worked and they've earned it. And now they can live life on their own terms. And this is where I can see you going. All right? So do not worry. Stand up for yourself and what is important to you. The right people will stay. All right? And what's coming your way, and you get this beautiful Page of Water or the Page of Cups. So you are going to get some sort of a surprise. It could be maybe, when you've voiced your opinion about something that you wanted to do, maybe you've applied for a course or you've applied for a job somewhere, and maybe with this Page of Water, it is an offer that's coming your way, which, you've filled in a form and forgotten about it, and it's because it's taken a while, but it just pops up. You get some sort of an offer, or maybe, a friend or someone just pops in. This is some sort of surprise, and it comes in a form of a message or an offer for you. And this is going to be really beautiful, and it's going to change a lot of things. So just the first thing that you need to do, pile number one, is get into balance, ground yourself, and know that you're worth it. All right? You may love all these people very much, but then they ought to love you back. If that dynamic is not there, wherein you get that love and respect in return, then you need to reconsider staying with these people who don't have your best interest in mind. All right? And yes, this is beautiful. The final card, which says it's time to transform. Yes, it's time to stop being an extra in your own story. You may be an extra in everybody else's story, but in your story, you have to be the hero or the heroine. All right, depending on, you have to be the hero of your own story, period. You cannot be someone who's just come, it is your story. How can you not be the hero of it? How can you not be the main character? You are the main character of your story. And it hasn't been like that for a long time. So this is the best time to start it. We're just in the beginning of a beautiful new year. And it is the age of the Aquarius. This is the beautiful, brilliant time for you to do this. All right? So that's all I have for you, pile number one. I wish you all the best. You can do this. I'm sure you've got it. All right? And if I can trust you, I think it's about time that you can trust yourself too. And just ground yourself and come into balance and just go for it. All right? Bye-bye. Pile number 2, those of you who've chosen the clear quartz point, this is your reading. You're looking for some sort of clarity and honest answers. And I have a feeling it's going to come to you in layers. So let's put down your card. The World. Wow. Lavender. Connect to body, mind, and soul. Page of Wands. Death. I learned that endings are merely beginnings. The High Priestess. Wow. Okay. I got this vibe with this card here. Tuberose. Dangerous pleasure. Oh, you got 2 cards here. Okay. And Lilac. First emotions of love. All right. The 4 of Cups. North Node. Future. Strength. You get 2 cards here. Rhodochrosite, which says remember your worth. And Iolite, which says shift your money mindset. All right. So let's see what's happening, pile number 2. What's happening at this time? You're closing out a cycle, pile number 2. For each of you, the cycle is going to be different. Maybe you are or you are dealing with a fixed sign, which is Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo. And whatever it is, your dynamic with them, or in whichever situation it is, you will know better. You are closing out a cycle. All right. And when you're closing out a cycle, it's going to be beautiful once the cycle is totally closed out, but it's going to be difficult till that happens. All right. So maybe you're at different stages of this cycle, and but it is going to shortly come to an end. All right. And how can you hasten this process so that you can actually start afresh and you connect with your body, mind, and soul? So I feel, with lavender here, maybe you can have lavender baths or use lavender essential oil, around you to help you. You can also meditate. Now the number 44 and the number 34 can be significant to you, or the number 8 and the number 7. All right. So you need to meditate, because if there are difficult energies, it is closing out. There is no stopping it. It's a major arcana. It's meant to close out this time. And there may be heavy energies, but it's the last bit. So if you feel like just giving up, don't give up right now. Do whatever it is that you're doing. You're doing a great job. It's just coming to an end. And it's going to be a successful completion of the cycle. But you need to come into balance, all right, with this connect to body, mind, and soul. Now, how can you tide past these energy easily? How can you make this shift smooth? And you get the beautiful Page of Wands. Now, when I said the cycle is completing, you've got to start something afresh. And this is that fresh energy, Page of Wands. Get in touch with your creativity. Get in touch with your passion. What is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you want to learn? Where is it that you want to travel? What is it that, adds that spark into your life? You're meant to follow that at this time. Even if you feel that, oh my Lord, my friends are in the same field, but they've gone, ahead, and I'm starting now. It looks ridiculous. No matter what age you are, it does not matter. It does not matter. What matters is that you have that spark to do something, and you got to work on that spark. You will feel young again if you are not young already. You will feel, and if you are, you'll feel like a child. That energy is what you're supposed to, that childlike energy which is there in each and every one of us. That inner child, what does it want? Let it out at this time. And you'll find these energies are going to be bearable, not just bearable, you'll close out this cycle sooner. And you, with this death card here, which says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. This is so synchronistic. With the World card, you're ending something. All right. And this ending is bringing out this new beginning, all right? This ending is bringing out new beginnings. And for that, you just need to come into balance, all right? So that you don't sabotage this new beginning. You have it in you. Let that inner child out. Follow your heart. Follow that voice you always wanted to follow. But you're looking for answers, as I said with that crystal out there. You're looking for some sort of answers. It's not going to come from outside. It's going to come from within. As you close out this cycle and connect with your inner child, when you do that work, if you need to do some shadow work, do your shadow work, but allow your inner child to speak. And you are going to be the high priestess. You will get so many answers when you do that. You are highly spiritual, whether or not you realize it, whether or not, you've come to a tarot reading, you really wouldn't if you weren't spiritual. But you are going to get your answers from within. All right, so whatever it is that you've been wanting answers for to be able to move, it's going to be the other way around. When you move, you're going to get those answers. All right, you've been going through a hard time and you want certain answers, and you feel that once you get the answers, you will do what you've always been wanting to do. But Spirit is asking you to first do what it is that you want to do. Forget about the answers. And when you do that and you follow your heart, and just like that little child when they're so excited when they get a new toy, or when they want to do something and they get that opportunity to do it, there's this wonder in their eyes. There's so much of enthusiasm to try something new. Go ahead with that enthusiasm. And once you're on your journey, these answers will come. And maybe when these answers will come, they won't even be significant enough for you. With these cards here, dangerous pleasures. Again, it says the secret of reaping the greatest fruitfulness and greatest enjoyment from life is to live dangerously. And with this Page of Wands, this is what I feel. She's throwing caution to the winds. She's just going, she's just following her heart. She doesn't care. She just wants to be happy. And this is the energy you're being asked to embrace. Okay, and along with that, you get love is the magician that pulls man out of his own hat. And I feel that with this, if there were certain answers as far as some love connection of yours, maybe that is what this energy is about, and that's what you're closing out, you will get those answers. And even if it's a difficult cycle, either you start a fresh cycle with this person, or you start it with just yourself or with another person. It does not matter. Whoever you let go of, you don't have to hate them. Maybe they've been toxic in the past, or maybe they didn't serve you anymore, or circumstances came in the way, and you're closing out the cycle. You can always wish them well. You can still love them. But if they're not serving you, move away from them. But that doesn't mean you can't love them, or you have to have negative energies. Negative energies don't serve anyone at all. So let that go. But what's most important, the highlight of this whole thing, is to follow your heart and allow that inner child to come out. All right, live dangerously if you have to. When I say dangerously, not dangerously towards your life, but if you've been that overcautious kind of person who wants everyone's permission to do anything, all you need is permission from yourself. And this, I'm only talking about adults. This channel is only meant for adults and not for children. But you know what your heart wants, and you should have the conviction to follow it. Because at the end of the day, if you can't live your life the way you want it, you're going to not be very happy. After a few years, many years later, you will feel that I had the opportunity and I didn't do it, and that's not a good feeling. All right, because we can't reverse time. So this is your opportunity. Make most of it. And whatever answers there are, they'll come to you on its own. And that's beautiful. This is so lovely. What's leaving you at this time? Pile number 2, and you get the beautiful 4 of Cups. It's actually not a beautiful. It's in the sense that the cup that's being offered by the divine is beautiful. But the energy that this person is in is definitely not, because they are just unaware of it, because they want what they want. Even if they're empty cups, they just want what they want, and they want these cups to fill. And here, the divine is giving them something special. They're not even aware of it because they're not looking out for it. So if you've been in this energy that I want the answers, otherwise I'm not moving, this energy is going to be leaving you at this time. And unless you start moving, you're not getting those answers. That's what Spirit is telling you. Because as you move ahead towards the future, you will get it. You already want the answers for the future now. This is going to go. When you come into the present, you connect with your body, mind, and soul, and you start moving in the present, then you will get all the answers. But for now, it's leaving you. You're not getting those answers now, pile number 2. You've got to first follow your heart. And what's coming in? Strength with the number 8. See, you had a 44 here and the number 8. So I feel the number 8 could be significant for you. All right. So you're going to get a whole lot of strength in this journey when this comes out. So if for those of you where it was a relationship that was involved, which I feel it is with for some of you with this lilac card here, and for others it's just the tube rose. But the fact is that if it is a love situation which has not worked out the way you wanted, which has caused a lot of hurt, maybe there's been a breakup with this death card here again and the world, and now you've picked up the pieces and moving forward, do not allow this chapter to affect how you see yourself. Whatever has happened, let it go. It was meant to go at this time. Maybe it was a way of God's protection. Maybe this connection is not good for you at this time. It may come back, or maybe you don't want it at all. As I said, when you get those answers, maybe you don't want them anymore. But at every point, just remember your worth, follow your inner child, liberate yourself, and shift your money mindset. So I feel that when you start this creative venture of yours, you start afresh with this, I don't care about anything, I'm going to do me, and I'm going to do everything that I've always wanted to do and I held myself back. You're in this energy. Embrace this energy. All right? And you're going to get a lot of opportunities, and you're going to grow so strong from within because of it. And remembering your worth and shifting your, maybe in the past, you've been told that, oh, you would really, whatever it is that you've tried has never worked out. But you're being asked to shift your money mindset. So if you've been in lack mindset and you're wondering that if I walk away from this dynamic, or, whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm starting small, I'm starting fresh, nothing may come out of it. You're being told to just shift this lack mindset and poverty consciousness. Remember you're worthy, and this universe is abundant, and you are abundant, and you are being, just on the threshold of getting so much. But you, pile number 2, need to embrace this energy of yours and follow your heart. Do what it is that you've always wanted to do. Your answers will come when you do that. Your answers are not going to liberate you. Your action is going to liberate you. All right? So that's all I have for you, pile number 2. I hope it resonated. I hope it gives you some sort of clarity for you to move forward. All right? And I wish you all the best. And I wish you a lot of love. And, give you that encouragement to move forward. So if you're in that double mind, should I, shouldn't I, do it. Do it. You're going to really, really love doing this. So all the best to you once again. Till next time. Bye-bye. Pile number 3. For those of you who've chosen the broken Jade angel. Your heart is on the mend. Maybe something's happened. Your heart's been cracked open. And that's where the light comes in. So you're on the mend. All right? The energies may not have been very easy. But you're a very strong person. Pile number 3. And you're going to get past this. Let's see what's happening. The Emperor. Ooh, okay. Amber, awaken your creativity. This is the third pile, which has got something about creativity. At different places, but yes, very much. Page of Cups. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. The Knight of Cups. Wow, okay. Oh, you also got two cards. That's what I was seeing. You've got Gloxinia, which says, love at first sight and proud spirit. I love what's written here. When I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. This is from Shakespeare. Oh, sorry. And then you've got Dahlia, which says dignity. A wise man has dignity without pride. A fool has pride without dignity. All right. And you get the Seven of Swords. You get dignified with strength. You get the Seven of Cups. And so delight, speak your truth. All right, pile number 3. Here is your reading. With this Emperor energy, this is what's happening in your life at this time. And as I said with the broken angel, I feel that for some of you, it's a father figure. For some of you, it's a husband. For others of you, it is your divine counterpart. Or someone at work who's in the place of authority, your boss. You, pile number 3, whoever it is, this person is and you are at odds. There's some difficult dynamic going on between the two of you. Maybe they are extremely controlling and things are not looking too great. All right, maybe if it is in a romantic relationships, maybe, whatever it is that they're saying, you're not able to get out of it. You're not able to counter it. It's really affecting you. It's breaking your heart. You're sad. And you just don't know how to deal with them. And you're just wondering, it's always their way or the highway. And this is what's happening to you right now. All right. And, whether it is whoever this person is whom you're dealing with, you get a feeling that this person really doesn't care about you too much. All right. This could be this is Aries energy, could be an Aries that you're dealing with as well. And you just feel that this person, no matter what you do, and you actually are very fond of this person, but no matter what you do, this person comes across as, absolutely with a deadpan face, and seems that they have, it's just this dynamic. It's my way or the highway. You have to do it this way, and there's nothing else. And you know that you're stuck with this person, whichever way it is, whether it's your father or it's your husband or whoever it is, or if it's a divine counterpart in your, if you identify as that. But or it's a boss at work. Maybe this job is wonderful. It's what you want to do and it's paying you well. But this person, you're not able to, get things right with them. So what do you do? Well, what you do is you focus on what you love to do. You keep them aside. They're there. There's nothing much you can do about them. You can't change them. See, the fact is, this is one thing that we all need to know and understand, that we cannot change anybody, no matter how much we love them, no matter who they are, including our own children. We cannot change them. They can change themselves. The only one person that we can change is ourselves. All right. So whatever it is that makes you happy, follow your heart and do it. And with this card, which is coming, such a beautiful card, awaken your creativity. The number 15 or the number 6 could be significant. Look, here we get the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups here. All right. And with this card here, this also adds to a 6. There's a lot of love energy here. All right. So you awaken your creativity. Do what it is that you love. All right. When right now what's happening is whatever's happening with this person, your entire day's focus is here. Whether you're with them or you're away from them, they are sitting and having a free ride in your head. And that has to stop. And how will that stop? When you open your heart and do something that is going to, get all your energy focused on this. And when you do this, you will find a shift happening in this person. You are feeding in energy. They are enjoying the fact that you're uncomfortable. They are enjoying the fact that they can control you. But when you decide, I'm not fighting them back, because every time you fight them, you find that you're on the losing end. Instead of fighting them, just let them be. Just take them as the necessary evil who are there. They're beneficial. You love them. You respect them. And you don't feel like walking away from them. So you will just let them be. Minimum interaction. Say only as much as you want to say. Start having the same, come into your emperor energy by focusing yourself somewhere else. Be totally passionate about what you do. All right? And how do you tide past this situation? With the Page of Cups. Whenever you speak to them warmly, but only that much. Don't go overboard. Do not be intimidated by them. All right? And just be in this happy energy. When you do things that you love, and when you have this, indomitable spirit, and you decide, I'm going to be happy. See, what life throws at you, it's not in your hands. But how you deal with it is in your hands. And this is extremely cliched, because at that time, you don't really know how you can be happy. How can you choose to be happy when something is not working? If it is not something physical, see, if there's something like physical abuse or something like that, please walk away from the situation. All right. But anything other than that, you have the power to choose not to be affected by it. So you awaken your creativity, do the things that you love, make yourself happy. Whatever you're expecting from this person, you give to yourself. All right. And the lessons that you're going to, and in doing that, I feel this person has been, as I said, sitting in your head for a long time. All right. Because this person, by the nature of who this person is, they're extremely important to your life. And so you have been neglecting yourself. When you're with them, you do what they want. And when you're not with them, they're still in your thoughts that, oh my God, they're giving me such a hard time. Now you're going to keep them, let them take a back seat. Awaken your creativity. Do things that make you happy. Do things that made you happy as a child. Come into that lovely childlike energy which is there within you, which was always there, but it's dormant right now. And take care of your health, your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, and even your spiritual health. Connect with spirit. All right? And then what do you see? What lessons will you learn? You will learn that after a certain amount of time, from the page, you'll come into this Knight of Cups energy, wherein you know that you don't expect anything from anyone else. And in doing so, the best part is in doing so, this person will also, learn to soften and show you how they feel. Because it's not that this person, whether it's your father figure or your husband or your partner or divine counterpart or even your boss, they may actually appreciate everything that you're doing for them. But it suits them to be in this energy because you're doing everything that they want exactly the way they want it without questioning, because they have this demeanor. And now you're bringing love into the situation and you're giving yourself that respect. And you're only dealing with them as much as is required. You're telling me this message won't go to them? Of course it'll go to them. And guess what? They may pretend to be miffed, but the fact is that when you go to them, you're doing your thing, but it's just matter of fact. And they will actually respect you more because of it. All right? And for those of you where there's a love connection, well, this person definitely feels the same about you. They've not been showing it because it suits them. They don't show it because you're trying to please them, to make them, melt, or to show you some love in return. And in doing that, you've been hurting yourself. Now you will get creative. You will take care of yourself. You will give yourself the love that you need, and they are going to thaw. And they will actually start expressing themselves to you. And you've been doing all this for them and not walking away from them because you already know that they do love you and that they do have feelings for you. Or if it's your boss, you know that this boss actually appreciates your work, but they don't show it. You know that, they may say, yeah, you could do better or something like that. But finally, your ideas are incorporated. You see that. So deep down inside, you know it. But now you start focusing on yourself than on fixing the other person. You focus on fixing yourself. And you will do whatever you're doing with great dignity. All right? Because you know that you are good enough. This is beautiful. So you're just there. It's just a matter of focusing on yourself. And guess what's leaving you at this time? The Seven of Swords. So if you've been sabotaging yourself by saying that you were not good enough, you're changing that energy by coming into this wonderful energy wherein you know that you are good enough. You know that you're going to be your biggest cheerleader. You are focusing on your creativity, on your health. And so even this person who's wearing a mask is going to let this mask go. And if you've been self-sabotaging, that energy is going with the Seven of Swords. That's beautiful. And along with that, you get the dignified of strength. The number 13 or the number 4 could be significant to you. And I feel, again, 4 is the Emperor energy. This is also 4. So this energy of, putting on a mask of being this emperor, I'm not interested in you, this kind of demeanor of theirs, this is going to go. And along with that, this entire feeling of, it's my way or the highway, even this is just a facade. When they see you are putting in effort on yourself, on your creativity, and on things that you love, and when you interact with them, it is polite, it's respectful, but it's firm, they are going to actually let this energy of theirs go. All right? So you're moving in the right direction, pile number 3. All right? You've been sad for a long time. Now it's time you've given enough tears to the situation, or enough brooding for the situation. Now it's time for you to take your life back into your hands, because till now you were trying to change them. Now you're going to change you. And that will do the trick. All right? And what's coming in your way is 7 of water. There are going to be a lot of options coming your way, all right? Because you've actually started something creative. And because you have, and you're doing this good work, you'll find a lot of choices and a lot of options coming your way. And in fact, you'll be at a place where you don't know what you really want. But this time, you're not going to ask them what you should do, but you will speak your truth. And you will decide what it is that fulfills you, and you will follow your heart. So this is beautiful energy coming your way, pile number 3. A little bit of distance from this emperor and all the focus on yourself. All right? And in a matter of weeks, you will find this change happening. All right? If not sooner. Because when you are determined, your whole body language changes, your energy, the energy around you changes, and the message gets sent across. They may still not look at you initially, but don't let it fool you that they are not noticing. And you're not doing it to make them notice. You're doing it for you, but they will notice, is what I'm trying to tell you. You just shift the focus away from them onto yourself. Because you are responsible for your own happiness, and now and they are responsible for theirs. All right. So if you're in an employer kind of situation, fine. You do your bit, be polite, be respectful, but that's it. You focus on you and what makes you happy. And this is going to work out brilliantly. All right. So that's all I have for you, pile number 3. I hope this resonated. And I wish you luck and all the best for your situation. And I hope you get those offers that you've been looking for, and you can actually pursue what it is that fulfills you. So that's all. Until next time. Bye-bye. Take care. Pile number 4, welcome to your reading. For those of you who've chosen this rock, this gives me very Taurus vibes, solid vibes, all right? You're a person that, if you give your word, you stick to it. Taurus vibe, and even the other fixed signs, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. Not to say that the other signs are not loyal, they are, but there's something very steady, especially Taurus, I feel. And I get this. Give me a moment, I have a sip of water. Maybe some of you need to ground yourself, hydrate yourself, not dehydrate yourself at this time. And for some of you, maybe you need to speak up. All right, let's see. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, you get 2 cards. 7 of Swords. Difficult energies. Pile number 4. Nurture yourself with orange. The Lovers. Sorry. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. The 10 of Cups. Oh, this is also good. Okay. Nasturtium, which says victory and conquest. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. Beautiful, by Lao Tzu. And Bellflower, which says gratitude. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. By Melody Beatty. That's beautiful again. Knight of Wands. Venus with Beloved. The Chariot. And you get 2 cards again. Rose Quartz, open up your heart. And Pink Opal, be kind to yourself. All right, pile number 4. So, what's happening in your life? Heavy, heavy energies with the 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Maybe it's in a relationship where you're feeling left out in left out in the cold. You're feeling abandoned. Someone's, not being honest in a situation. There's deception of some kind, and you are extremely sad and unhappy. And as I was telling the last pile, what you need to do is to shift the focus back onto yourself with this card orange. Nurture yourself. All right, you may like to heal your sacral chakra. How do you do that? Surround yourself with orange, eat things which are orange, get in touch with your creativity. You may feel creatively blocked, but still do something which makes you happy little by little, even if it turns out terrible. For example, if you're a writer, maybe you write absolute nonsense during this time. Doesn't matter. Still put pen to paper, or in this case type, whichever way it is. Or if you're a painter or an artist of some sort, maybe whatever you try looks terrible. Doesn't matter. Keep doing it, because this is what is going to get you out of this energy. And this is just that interim period before things start working out for you again. All right. And how can you tide past this situation? And you get the Lovers and growth. The Lovers card number 6, and with Venus here. What I can pick up from this, is that there is a person in your life whom you've been very invested in and you're feeling abandoned because things haven't worked out, and maybe you've had a breakup. With the 7 of Swords here, maybe they've been dishonest with you, maybe you've got them cheating, and now there is nothing left of your connection, but you saw this person as your divine counterpart maybe, or your soulmate. All right. But what you're being asked to do is to actually let this person go at this time, nurture yourself, come into balance. Here, the Lover's energy is about you coming into balance, getting your yin and yang energies into balance, knowing that whatever happened has happened for you to grow. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Maybe you think this is your person, you see them as your divine counterpart, but maybe they weren't. Or maybe they were, but they are not meant for you right now. There are a lot of things to be worked out between the two of you. All right. And you're being asked at this time, what are the lessons that you learn at this time? Is that you learn the lesson of gratitude. That there are so many people in your life, they're trying to make you happy. You know, your familial relationships, your friends, your people at work, your colleagues, whoever it is who connect with you, they all want to see you happy. But you've been in this energy, you're feeling left out in the cold, that you've been abandoned and there's no one for you. You're not, because your world, you've made this person your world. But this person is not your world. He's just one person, he, she, they. Just one person. They're not your world. And you need to be gratitude for the rest of your support system, whom you've just taken for granted because they're there and you focused on this person. Focus on yourself, pile number 4, and appreciate the people in your life. With this gratitude here with the bellflower, which says gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Yes, appreciate the people in your life. They make your life a lot better. Start pouring in energy into yourself and into them. If this person is meant to, this person will come around. Maybe you both are not ready for each other. Maybe you trigger each other. But this person, don't have hard feelings for him. I know why I'm saying him. Maybe this person is a male. But allow them to go. And don't have negative feelings. Because, yes, initially when this happens, when you're feeling sorrow and maybe anger, let it come and let it go. Eventually, have positive feelings, because negative feelings only affect you. They don't really affect the other person so much. They affect you. And it's not worth it. And besides, you know only a certain portion of who they are. But they have their own demons to work on. And if they have done something which is, unexpected of them, something deceitful, it is not a reflection on who you are. It is their inner demons that they need to work on. It's got nothing to do with you. So you appreciate yourself first, nurture yourself, come into balance, and appreciate the people who are giving you love. All right? Be grateful for them and give them love in return. Maybe this person had control issues, or maybe you do, because you want things to work the way you want it to. And it's not the time. Right now, you're just being asked to embrace yourself, nurture yourself, and embrace the people around you. What's leaving you at this time is the Knight of Wands. So if this person had come out and for you, this person is your Prince Charming, well, they're leaving your life. They've already left your life. And if you've been waiting for them to come back, it's not happening. It's not going to suit you. This energy is leaving you now. You thought they are your beloved, and maybe they are. You can send them love. When you miss them really badly, send them your love, but let it go. You shouldn't love another person more than you love yourself. This is a huge lesson which each and every one of us need to learn. We unfortunately learn it only after a heartbreak. Maybe 1, maybe 10, maybe more, maybe less. And that's unfortunate, because I really wish that as children are young, they know their worth, and as they grow, they remember that, but it doesn't happen that way. Again, the number 21 or the number 3 could be significant. The number 16 or the number 7 could be significant. With the 7 card here, that's a double 7. The number 6 could also be significant. What's coming your way is this beautiful Chariot card. This is Cancerian energy. This is Gemini energy. All right, look at that. This talks about you coming into balance with your yin and yang energies, your masculinity and femininity. Get into balance within yourself. And in this card, again, this is about balance. The Chariot doesn't move forward unless both the horses are in balance, are in sync. And this is what's coming into your life. You are going to show your gratitude for the people around you. This is what you've learned. Maybe you've neglected everyone around you because you were focused on this person, and you even neglected yourself. Now, after this, you are going to grow. You're going to be seeing things in a new light. You're going to be grateful for the people in your life. You're going to come into balance. You know that this person is not right for you, even though you love them. You're passionate about them. They are your Mr. Charming, Miss Charming, whichever way you want to see it. And what's coming your way is this balance. So wherever you're putting your focus into yourself, you'll find you're coming into balance. You'll be able to do the things that you plan to do. And you're being asked to keep your heart open, all right? Just because this didn't work out, don't get bitter about it. I said that earlier. Yes, initially you will feel sad, you will feel anger, you will go through the entire set of emotions. Sit with it. Allow yourself to take as much time as you need to heal. Don't get into another relationship till you're healed completely. And be extremely kind to yourself. Nurture yourself. This is the highlight here. All this is a part of growth, your soul growth. All right? It needs to happen. But don't harden your heart because of this. Easier said than done. I always say, when I say all this to people, and I always put myself there, and I know it's not easy. None of it is. But if you don't do it, it gets worse. So it's better that you do it. And it's actually very liberating. All right? Right now, Spirit is telling you it's time for you to focus your attention onto yourself, nurturing yourself, doing the things that you love, being kind to yourself. You have been all of this for this person. But this person has actually shied away from this connection because they were just meant to trigger your own growth, because Spirit is watching you, not looking after yourself, not appreciating the people in your life, and just focusing your attention on one person. And this person may not be good for you at this time because you're meant to do something better, bigger. Your soul purpose is something else. So you need to let this energy go. If they are meant for you, they will come in a beautiful package for you later on. But right now, your attention should be on yourself. All right, pile number 4. You are this rock solid pile. You can do this and you will do this. And it's going to be beautiful thereafter. So just don't get fixated. I said I feel a lot of fixed energy from you. Maybe you are fixed sign, so it's going to take a little longer for you to actually let something go. That's how fixed signs are. They take their time. But you need, in the meanwhile, while you're working on that and letting them go, bring all the focus to you and your support system. All right? So that's all I have for you, pile number 4. I hope this reading resonated with you, gave you some sort of clarity and guidance that you were looking for. And till next time, be good, stay safe, take care. Bye-bye. Pile number 5, welcome to your reading. For those of you who chose the Speak No Evil Owl. So you're the kind of people who don't like gossip. And that's wonderful. Because it's really not served anyone, has it? You get the 4 of Pentacles. See? You're someone who also doesn't speak their mind out, looks like it. You keep things close to your chest. With brilliance, discover your sparkle. 6 of Cups. Beautiful. Fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Okay. Temperance. Beautiful. Magnolia. Nobility and self-esteem. There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow men. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. By Hemingway. 8 of Wands. Transits. Climate. Number 55. Magician. Wow. And Amazonite. Loosen your grip. All right, loosen your grip on this pentacle. Pile number 5. Let's get into your reading. What's happening at this time? How will we know? You're not letting anyone know. You are just holding on to what you have. You have this feeling that if you say something or if you let go, whatever it is that is so dear to you will leave you and go. It could be a person, could be a thing, could be a situation, whatever it is. And that's why this is coming for you. Loosen your grip. You need to open up a little bit. Pile number 5. Maybe you've been through a lot in your life and you've come to this conclusion that when you speak your heart out and you tell people and show them your inner self and show them your vulnerable side, they take advantage of you. All right, obviously, people don't become closed off for no reason. It's because they've had a certain amount of experience that has been unpleasant that they finally get their energies together. And you're in this energy. You don't want to share. Maybe you don't interact with too many people. If you do, it's very superficial. You don't let them in. To be honest with you, that sounds like me. But yeah, this is the energy that you are in. You're pleasant when you meet people, you speak to them, but there's a wall. And people can sense it. And you're being asked to discover your sparkle. So maybe in the past you've been a bubbly kind of person. Maybe you've, always been in touch with the lighter side, very humorous and very intelligent, very witty. But over the years, you've decided that when you show that side, people take advantage of you. People don't take you seriously. People say hurtful things to you because you're in this playful, childlike energy. But you're being asked to find that inner child back. Discover that sparkle within you, which you've kept buried inside. It's there. You're just holding on too tight to that pentacle to hide your heart, but it's there. How can you tide past this energy? Just as I said, get in touch with your inner child. With the 6 of Cups, think about all the things that you love to do, all the things that made you really happy as a child, all the things which made you just laugh with gay abandon. The friends of that time, if you're in touch with them, or consider getting in touch with them if there is a possibility that you can. Or the things that you like to do, the hobbies that you liked to do at that time. Or just expressing yourself like you did back then, without a second thought. This is the energy you need to embrace, but there is so much fear within you, pile number 5. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Yes, you need to live in this energy of love, but you've been damaged in the past. And so you're very protective of your energy. And you know why this happens, pile number 5? I'm telling you this because I've lived through this. And I have actually spent the last 3-4 years working on this. But the fact is that when you have loose boundaries and when you are very good to everybody because you've been taught to be a good girl or a good boy from the time you're a little kid, you tend to allow anyone to say or do anything to you and walk away even if it upsets you. All right? And sometimes you show a big smile when someone's hurting you and you laugh it off, but you come back and you cry to your pillow. I have faced it so many times in my life, even after growing up. All right? But then what happens is because you've not had boundaries and because you've said only this much, not beyond this, I don't like it. You've never said that to anyone. So because you've not had those boundaries, what are you doing? You're building walls. You keep people at that distance. You don't want them to see you because if they do, they're going to take advantage. So you have buried the sparkle of yours. You keep them at a distance. You meet them with a smile, but that smile may or may not reach your eyes, or there is something stiff about you that people don't come in. They don't want to interact with you because you feel you're being very polite, and maybe you are on the surface of it, but it's all about energy. You repel people because you don't want them to come and break your heart again. because you're so afraid that you're going to be hurt and you've had your share. But you're being asked to open your heart again, loosen your grip on the things you can't control. And when you do that, make sure you have firm boundaries. No, this is acceptable and this is not. And it's not that you accept it from some people. There are some things, some personal boundaries, the closest people to you, your parents, your husband, your wife, your children, your partner, your bestie from your childhood, whoever it is, no one gets to cross that line. That boundary is your inner sanctum. No one gets to cross that. If you have that boundary in place, you'll find that, and if you're absolutely, absolutely particular about it, and when someone tries to step it, come into this Queen of Wands energy. If you have to, just cut them down to size then and there. You may have to work a little harder on this because you've not had boundaries in the past and people have seen you in a certain way. But I think for some time now you've got walls around you, so people will respect that boundary of yours. Or you just walk away with them, from them. Cut them out of your life. If they can't respect your boundaries, they don't need to be in your life. But don't put walls around you, because there are some people who are meant to be in your life. Some people who will add to so much in your life, but you're keeping them out as well. Because you've got this wall out, you don't want to use your discernment, you just want to shut everyone else out. So what lessons are you learning at this time? Temperance. Come into balance by healing yourself. Heal your heart. What's happened in the past has happened in the past. It's not going to be repeated because you've got firm boundaries now. So you can bring down those walls. Be kind to yourself as you're healing. You need to build your self-esteem. And how do you do that? By telling yourself that you are wonderful the way you are and you do not need to please anybody. We've been taught to be nice to everybody that comes our way and be the bigger person, be magnanimous. But that's not on the cost of your own self, your own being. This is not taught to you. And this is what you need to learn. And when you do, it's so liberating. It's so liberating. It's so wonderful to see that people who would step on your boundaries now know that you have a firm boundary there. Otherwise, you're going to cut them off. And they respect your boundary. And it's not going to be easy because you're not used to it. But you'll get there because you've been in this wall for too long, behind these walls. You're actually hiding so much potential you have, which could benefit so many people. For some of you, for some of you, it may be just a small group of people. For some of you, it may be more than that. How will you know? If you've hidden your sparkle, you'll never be able to discover it. It's time now, and this temperance is again major arcana. It's time for you to do that final healing and to start moving forward. Let the world see the real you. That is the Aquarius energy. What's leaving you at this time is the Eight of Wands. This time is not the time for forward movement and moving and doing too many things. No. This time is for healing. For healing so that you can open the door slowly at your own comfortable pace. Bring down those walls one by one. And put that boundary, which is not to be stepped on by anyone. With transits and climates, yes, I feel things are changing for you now. With double fives here, things are changing for you now. Pile number 5. Oh wow, I didn't even realize that. 5. There's a lot of change. Oh God, temperance is again 14. It adds up to a 5. There is a lot of change coming into your life. You've been behind these closed walls for a very long time. Pile number 5. It's time to let the world see the real you. Yes. Be your wonderful, kind, loving self, but with boundaries. And guess what's coming in? You are coming into this beautiful energy of the magician. This is the number 1. Again, the number 26 and the number 8 could be significant. You can manifest whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you want. All right? But you need to bring your walls down and allow yourself to shine. And don't try and, because you've been hurt, you want to try and control every situation so that you don't get hurt. Loosen your grip with Amazonite. Loosen your grip and know that you have the power to have a life exactly the way you want it. You're entering a very powerful time right now, pile number 5. But you need to heal first. What's happening now is a major arcana. You're healing. And what's coming up is again major arcana. You are going to be able to have the life of your dreams as soon as you finish your healing and you discover your inner child, your brilliance, your sparkle. Come back to that lovely, bubbly self of yours. And that never say die spirit of yours. Bring it out. All right, so you have Sagittarius energy here. And the magician is Gemini, is it? So that's all I have for you, pile number 5. Wishing you all the best. It's not easy, but it's not very difficult either. Baby steps, little by little, consistent. One by one, bring the walls down and let your lovely self be seen. The world will benefit from it. All right? And you will benefit from it a great deal. You're going to be your happy, light-hearted self again, doing the things that you love, completely healed, because you have those boundaries in place. So that's all I have for you. To take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself during this journey. And I'll see you next time with another reading. Take care. Bye-bye. And yes, we come to the end of this pick a card reading with this one. Bye-bye.